I'm sure nothing terrible is going to happen as we get into this level.
Uh-huh.
That bodes well.
Bastard! Come back here!
Who could have seen that?
Yeah, so now we get to start the
okay.
level without flood, because that's wonderful. And of course, we got ourselves a giant mess of goop.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
No, just regular Mario 64.
Yeah, this one just sucks. Because right now you got this massive goop that if you fall into, basically it spells instant game over.
Oh god.
Yeah, because, yeah, you'll see later on, because right now we don't have any idea how to get over there. But you might have noticed there have been various pockets of holes around here, which have grates on the bottom of them, which allows you to dive under them. I'm gonna go to one of them right now. After almost nearly getting into the goop, which is wonderful. And of course, there's a guy on fire you can only put out once you get back flood, which means going through down here. And get used to hearing Mario going, sound like a monkey for the majority of this video.
The last thing you hear before you die.
Very likely to be. Now these platforms will fall off after a while, so be careful about that. And if you touch any of the enemies walking around here, spiders or turtles, you'll fall and die.
It looks like something from the B movie, but in spider form. That was creepy.
And this is the wrong way, and in fact we actually got ourselves stuck in here, because that path we just took was a one-way ticket, so we're stuck here. And my attempt to escape over there, yeah. And this is why the fire goop is terrible.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is why the fire goop sucks. It kills you instantly. Alright, so let's see what this one gets us any more. Nope. It leads literally to nowhere. Now, the actual path you're supposed to take is further along here on the other side of that platform. And there is a guy who actually tells you right over there that this is the right way. So, but still, not fun to just get yourself to the one which leads to the dead end, and then you're just stuck there, and the only way you got to go is just to get yourself killed.
So basically the furthest away entry is the solution.
Yeah.
I have the impression that it's like a bit like a trope in gaming. Because for some reason it feels familiar.
Yeah, anyway, so again, be careful of these things because...
No.
Yep.
Ah.
Have I mentioned this level sucks?
Oh, this
Because it's long, it's tedious, and if you mess up, you have to do a lot of this crap all over again.
that sounds
And unlike the secret levels, you get kicked up right onto Delfino Isle, so you have to go back to the level, go for the sequence all over again. Which means that you have to watch Shadow Mario steal your flood all over again. Yeah, this one took me a couple of tries because, goddamn.
Yeah.
Now here comes the least worst part, with the exception that I forgot one thing about these swings that I didn't realize. When you jump off them, you jump off them like a trampoline, so I accidentally jumped myself off to my doom. So I have to do that twice now. And
I have the impression somebody was like, how can we make this level really annoying? Like, exact checklist.
Yeah.
To measure annoyance and whatnot.
Yeah. Anyway, once you got past those bits, the rest of this should be pretty easy. They put up ropes so you can easily more navigate around these mushrooms. And honestly, you're through the worst of it after this. And there are also a handful of few mushrooms over here. One-up mushrooms here. You can get yourself back some lives, like I could really use some.
So the game designers kind of knew that was bullshit, and instead of, fixing it, they were like, yeah, just give them more lives.
I don't know. I'm not a developer or Nintendo. I don't know what's going on with their minds over there.
I mean, isn't there also the term Nintendo hard, because otherwise the game would be very fast to play through, so they put in arbitrary difficulties to make it really long.
I guess. Anyway, so that was a wonderful landing.
There we go.
Yeah, so after this, you just have to make sure you don't fall into the goop, or else you're doing this all over again.
No!
Because you remember what happened last time we tried to jump past the goop.
Oh, that was fun. Not really.
Anyway, so Flood's right over there, and once we get them, we're basically home free, as long as you don't fall into the goop and get yourself stuck there again. Now we could go ahead and just try to save the guy with Don't Let on Fire, but screw him. Let's just finish this level as quickly as we can.
Fair enough.
Because, yeah.
Wait, there's the guy you can save in this level?
Yeah, the guy whose mushrooms are on fire and is running around. You can see in the background over there.
Oh, okay.
But he's all the way over there, and I don't feel like spending any more time here than necessary.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But this level is so much fun.
Anyway, time for more animal abuse, question mark. So early on in these levels, we actually had to force a bunch of small chain chomp-like creatures into the lake and more or less drown them. In this case, we get to take this giant chain chomp, a proper chain chomp, and make it take a bath in a hot spring.
Oh.
And this one is not too bad, actually. It's right now it's too hot to carry, or maneuver or whatever. And we can do two things. We can either spray it with flood, or we can use those barrels of water and toss it on them. Once it's calmed down, we have to take it along, unhook it, and take it all the way to the hot spring.
Imagine if the metal gets cracks because it cooled down too much or something, like,
Yeah.
oh.
Anyway, so it's a bit finicky. Sometimes it goes faster, sometimes it goes slow. And eventually it will get too hot again, you have to spray it down again. But yeah, so this can take a bit of a time, but otherwise it's not too bad. It's just time consuming if you make too many mistakes. But don't make too many of them. And a fun fact, the water barrels actually respawn as well, so you can keep using them as much as you like.
I wonder if it's helpful if you spray water in between on the chain chomp.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, I wonder if you can ground pound to that sort of pin thing that you're pulling it with to sort of lock it in place.
I don't know, and I don't think so. It's probably just only meant to keep it in place in the beginning, and then you're just supposed to drag it
I
along.
like the sign holding.
Yeah. And we're almost there now. Just a little bit longer.
Oh, I think the chain chomp already got one crack in the upper left.
Yeah, it does have a little crack or sorts or whatever.
I wonder if it's like, should symbolize like a vein on the head if you're angry.
Maybe.
I mean, it can be.
I don't know. I don't know how a creature made of metal or whatever gets such a thing, but whatever.
Wait, you don't know that? Oh.
I'm not Miyamoto. Anyway, there we go. Once you get close enough to the water, it turns into gold, and I don't think it's dead, but I don't know.
It turns into the local god. Oh,
It's not moving, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's not moving, it's just turned to gold, and that's it.
It's like the equivalent of a Buddha statue in the Mario universe. What the hell's in the front hand?
And welcome back to another secret level, and the last one, in fact. At least the one we get to see in the main playthrough. And it's not too bad, but I make a couple of mistakes here in the very beginning. Which are mostly just my fault, I'm just being a bit of a silly goose there. What you're supposed to do is get the fruit that Yoshi desires, which is very easy to get, because they're all here in the fizz fruit. So you just go ahead and bring it on to him and deliver. Now, the path you have to go to is down by those mushrooms again. And there was this goop-like thing in one of the mushrooms, the green one, which is more flat and as well. That's the path to the secret level.
Oh.
Now, Yoshi can navigate this area a lot more easily because his jumps are a lot more floaty. And these mushrooms are a bit finicky to grab, but I did manage to get that without falling to my doom. And again, if you fall off these mushrooms into the branches or whatever, you're basically doomed. Because you will slide right off even with the Yoshi.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, be careful with the spin jumps.
So So where's the mistake you're going to make? Because
There.
oh, there
There it is.
That was a pretty pathetic mistake, honestly.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What's this squeaking?
I love how you just have to like jump off the Yoshi before falling to his doom. And this
Kill
one,
you, Yoshi. I will die first.
and this one was more of a
Mario,
yeah.
No.
Mario never changes. He was sliding up it.
Yeah, the game just gonna freak that out there, so I decided to leave that in. Like he started screaming twice over as he's falling to his doom, quote unquote.
The equivalent of the quote from Fallout, like Mario. Mario never changes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so in we go, and oh god, welcome to the worst secret level by far.
Is it that one wheel that you hate, but all the time?
You get to see what the gimmick of this place is. So we got these various piñatas here, and we've talked to them.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll shuck you across the level, and if you don't aim them by talking to them at the right angle, they'll shuck you into the pit. And you get to see some pretty nasty stuff you have to do here. This one isn't too bad. You can get yourself a very easy one up here. And as long as you talk to these early ones, you shouldn't have too much trouble. But yeah, aim
Do you
is...
have to aim, or is
You
it...
just have to talk to them at the right angle, and that determines where they toss you.
Oh.
So the big one will actually toss you a lot further, so you have to talk to him furthest away from the platform, and this little guy will toss you the least furthest, so you have to talk to him the closest as possible.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting, but I can see why it's really annoying.
Yeah.
If you don't...
This one is not too bad, you toss you up to this top, but this one is a bit obnoxious because you got enemies around here that just kind of distracts you from doing whatever.
It looks like rejected Koopa kids or something.
They kind of rejected Goombas or whatever.
Yeah.
After doing like a gazillion of these. Yeah, so these just try to pressure you into walking into the talk to them from a wrong angle. And here comes the real beast of this level. This guy is taking his sweet time walking all the way across this platform here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to wait for him till to get to the right position and hope you aim this just right and he doesn't chuck you into the bottom of the stage.
Imagine if there's like a sign saying like I'm on a break, I come back later, and like
Yeah, I did this on my first try and I'm so proud of that. God damn.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah, that one can be a beast, especially if you're getting for red coins, because you have to wait for those guys to basically get in the right position. And since you're on a time limit, yeah. Speaking of time limit, now we have to rescue some piñatas who are now trapped in the conveniently placed goo. And we have a time limit as well. And this one's not too bad at all. The only difficulty is finding the piñatas in time. And you also have to wash them off the goop as well. But otherwise, it's not too bad. If you know where they are, this should be trivial. Let's get some slightly more different music this time around as well. You don't have to talk to them, but if you do talk to the adults, you get a blue coin. Which is nice.
do you need blue coins at the moment, or do you have...
No, but they're necessary for 100% Shen, because they 10 of them gets you shine sprite from the dock of those tanuki-like things, or raccoon-like things.
Yeah, Tanuki.
Yeah. And the kids don't give you anything at all. I don't think they can fall back into the goo, even though they do spawn those little goop guys after a while, but I don't know, once you rescue them all, the timer will stop and you can talk to them all in peace. Although I do think if you talk to piñatas, the timer will stop for the duration of the conversation. So technically you could talk to them and collect all the coins. Which maybe I should have done, because I end up missing one piñata and missing one coin. But whatever.
Yeah.
So what we really need to do right now is just talk to the guy in the beginning and finish the mission, but Need to cash in on all the stuff here.
Hey, give me the money. Oh,
Yeah.
the mafia is here.
And for some reason, and this guy just keeps tossing you whenever you talk to him in all the levels. And that's why he retossed us. And the kid doesn't give you anything. Screw them.
Maybe it's like sort of maybe it's like sort of what's it called? Not deeply ingrained. Yeah, maybe it's like some sort of just pre-programmed personality trait or something. It's like will Chuck Mario.
Yeah, maybe.
It makes you could be the case. Chuck's Mario, yes, no.
Yeah, some of the pianos will chuck Mario, but you can kind of tell which one they are who does that. And they do so every time you talk to them. Anyway, so this, we set up to him, and because he keeps moving around, it's hard to talk to him. So spraying water on them will help you keep them still for a second so you can talk to them. But yeah, then that's done with. And he keeps running around like a crazy maniac. And here we go! Final time we get to deal with Shadow Mario.
Yes.
And this is absolutely the final one, so once we're done with this, we can actually move on to the end game. And this one is a bit more difficult because Shadow Mario will produce fiery goop wherever he walks.
Wow.
And whenever he stops, it will make a M in the shape of a goop with M with the it will paint goop with in the shape of the M he pastes all over the place. So this can be a bit more tedious, but I think I got pretty lucky and ended it right there.
He went so fast that the ground melts. Take that, son.
I do kind of like how the shine spread looks different in the nights and such.
It's not silly.
Oh, just because of the reflection. Ugh.
Yeah. Now, once you defeat Shadow Mario in all the worlds, this happens. The path to Corona Mountain opens up, and the rest of Aldefino is, well, you can see obviously it's been flooded.
Oh no, water world.
Yeah, so the broadcast message basically tells you that basically massive amounts of rain that caused a massive flooding across the entire continent, and therefore the entirety is flooded. And this means we can't access some of the worlds, like we can't access Pianta Village because the rocket booster we need to get access to pipe up there is inaccessible to us because it's underwater. So we have no choice but to continue on with Corona Mountain for the moment. Just waiting for the message to finish up. And yeah, we saw no signs of those rain that seemingly caused all this. Anyway, now we could continue on and finish the game, but with the power of editing, I get to tell you, no, let's just finish that last shine spread before we're moving on.
Yes, the last shine spread.
Now, once you either finish the game or go back from whatever world you get to, everything turns back to normal, and the location of some of the villagers change. But other than that, everything's back to normal.
When you complete the game, everything goes back to normal. Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Oh, let's end this walkthrough.
Well, it doesn't have to. You don't have to beat the game. You can just go back to any world and then go out of it, and it turns right back to normal as well.
Oh.
So yeah. So you don't necessarily have to beat the game in order to get rid of the massive flood. Anyway, now we get to the Fluff Festival, which is a massive coin hunt that takes us all across this giant level. And I do mean all around the place. One coin is in this fruit tree, one is in the hot spring.
Let me guess, is there one under the stage, like the wireframe thing you have to walk across?
I think so, yeah, but one is within these giant palm trees of sorts. I don't think this one, but it is one of the other ones that we need to access here in order to reach it. This level takes us literally everywhere. You kind of realize that this level is a lot bigger than you actually thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this like the roller coaster island over there?
Yeah, you can actually see the other parts of the levels.
Holy crap.
You can actually see parts of the other level across the certain kinds of levels. So right there is... So you can see like different island, the other island.
I can even see my home from here. No, not really.
It is a neat touch. You can actually see the other levels from the various stages, which is kind of cool. Yeah, the red coin is all the way on top of here. So yeah, this place literally takes you everywhere. And here I almost made a massive mistake. Jumped off the wrong end, but...
Wow.
Close enough! Good enough!
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, I nearly died there, but I'm so glad I managed to save myself from that. Anyway, the one is near the palm tree at the beginning, which I didn't see. Probably because it was above the palm, or whatever.
Yeah.
One is hidden within these boxes, and only one of these boxes. It's a bit tedious. One is hidden behind a beehive, when beehives will sting if they close enough.
Oh.
So, if you were unlucky, you could just get yourself stung and fall off the stage.
Oh.
And you guessed it, Ben. One of them is beneath this level here.
God.
Not only that, but it's been above the actual thing you climb on.
Ah, God.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not too hard actually. You just have to climb back to the way you got the one up from earlier, and just walk the path towards there. It's not too hard actually. You gotta back way back as well. So with that, now we have to go back to those clouds we were earlier. Because fuck you, we have to go literally everywhere. So yeah, now we have to go back all the way over here because we need to get on these fluff things or whatever.
The dandelions?
Yeah, dandelion fluffs or whatever. Grab onto it and wait for the wind to pick up. Now, whenever you get
for the wind to pick up, come on, wind.
There we go. Now, clouds can actually increase in size if you spray water on them. So using a hover nozzle from here can actually increase the size of the cloud and make it much easier to land on them. They do make it pretty big, so you kind of sink into it a bit. But that should be it.
I wonder how big you can make the cloud, like everything is wide.
There's just like no maximum, it just keeps going and going.
Yeah. Welcome to
I will shroud the Feeder Island with a giant cloud.
Anyways, welcome to Corona Mountain. This early bit is not too bad actually. Oh, these traps will instantly kill you, but they're easy to dodge. The spikes, you just wait for them to basically be down, and you can use hover nozzle to them. The fire, you can just hover nozzle above them and you'll put them out. It's all about you being patient and not rushing it, and you should be able to get through these without problem. The rest of the level, however, is a different matter altogether, though. And oh yeah, there's blue coins here, so if you want to go 100%, have fun!
Oh god. With limited water as well.
Well, not exactly limited. Once we get past this area, we get a little water fountain over there that allows us to refill with water. But yeah, you don't have all the water in the world. Yeah, we can refill over here. Now, here comes the worst part. The boat. We have to push this boat along with flood, and it's very, very wonky. It doesn't go in the direction you want it to go.
It's like Kerbal Space RCS thrusters, but bad.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, this boat doesn't go in the direction you want it to go. It's very, very finicky. And the fun part is, if you want to go for 100%, you have to use this to get yourself to some blue coins scattered across this part.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun for me to do. Now, only saving grace with the blue coins that you just have to reach them and not reach them in order to obtain them. You don't necessarily have to survive the level, since you get the option to save after you collect them. But yeah. Also, there's another water fountain over there in case you're running low.
I mean, it looks like you have quite a lot of water. So
yeah. So in this part, for this boat, you just want to be patient and very, very careful. If this boat's hit just about anything, it will sink into the lava. And if you fall into lava, you're dead.
Oh, you mean the pylons if you hit them, dude?
Yeah, if you hit anything with this boat, it's gonna sink.
Oh.
And yeah, there are the blue coins, so have fun chasing after them. Now you can probably just keep the boat stationary and... Yeah, there goes the boat. You can probably just keep the boat stationary and just use a hover nozzle to reach the coins. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun thing for me to do later on. But right now we're past the worst, and all we have to do is just rock nozzle away on top of these clouds. Just keep going for a little bit, and be careful not to fall down.
Jeez.
That's too close.
It can be a bit hard to see with this camera, but yeah, we're almost there now.
The water's great, hey Junior!
English dialogue, oh no.
Come on in,
Oh.
Mama Peach. I think not.
I like how disgusting it looks.
Yeah.
You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Yeah, I don't like Bowser's voice actor for this. It doesn't fit well.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like Junior.
Yeah. Anyway, so Bowser is kind of interesting. You don't really fight him much. You just have to ground pound these birds of blocks
Oh wow.
on the end.
You
of
just ruined his vacation.
yeah, you basically have to do that in order to do at least 5 times in order to cause this thing to collapse. Now Bowser. Now a thing about Bowser is that he'll try to set free fire upon the path you want to take. The trick is to go to the opposite direction, in which he'll set free fire on that part, and then go to the other direction, and you'll be too busy setting fire to one part than the other, like that. Bowser will also try shooting bullet bills at you, but they're pretty harmless. They mostly just miss you, and the blue ones can actually give you 1-ups, which is really useful. The hardest part is just to climbing back onto these things as these platforms collapse. And yes,
I wonder what the thought process behind the submarine was. Like, Dad, can you buy me this thing on Amazon for like $50,000?
I thought you could use spray the water to make it easy for you, but no. I decided using invisibility frames just to skip that. It's not the...
Just sweet. That's like
Oh.
firing a fire hose at a freaking Saturn rocket. Oh.
And yeah,
Yeah.
you saw some bullshit right there. I just squeezed myself through in there for no reason.
No.
And here I'm having some trouble. If you don't hurry yourself up enough, you're going to be...
What a first.
Yeah, so, yeah, I didn't make it there.
Yeah, that was far too late.
Yeah, that was far too late. You can use the rocket nozzle to get yourself a last boot if you get lucky enough. Speaking of which... I get struggling here yet again, but... There we go.
Right.
Right, and this one should be the last one, and with that we should be able to finish the game.
Hey.
And done.
so, so.
Peach is the only survivor. He's dead.
Don't worry, we're landing on sand. Sand doesn't cause fall damage.
Actually, now that I think about it, games are always like, oh, water saves you from fall damage, but apparently sand doesn't.
I don't know.
It doesn't, except when it's convenient.
This is like the scene from Johnny 5 where the robot is dying or something.
Yeah, more or less.
Mario?
Kinda.
Oh no, the Teletubby son. Finally it shows the true form. Imagine
What have
it
we
turns out
done?
to be like a dark god and ruins the entire island. Oops, please spare our life.
Oh god, more of this voice acting.
Yeah.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know she's not really my mama.
How did you figure that out?
Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy.
I think the problem is I don't know really other voice actors for that, so it's okay for me.
Just rest a while.
I don't think he's ever really been voiced in anything else, or
Yeah.
at least any of the other games. I mean, I guess you could argue he was technically voiced in the movie, but then again, that was a completely different rendition of Mario characters, and that was
Yeah.
pissed.
They rebuilt with Johnny 5.
Starts now.
If you don't vacate, I will exterminate you.
And that's the end of Super Mario Sunshine. At least for these guys for the most part.
Arth, you could have just left it as, if you don't vacate, I will exterminate. That sounds way better.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts over all this?
Way better than the Lost Crown, and actually
Well,
might
let's be honest,
play if I'm in the mood.
Anything is better than the Lost Crown. Even
Yeah.
that bloody Halloween special is better than the Lost
Yeah.
Crown.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say much. I mean, it didn't get like boring like that game, and it's like nice and colorful and looks just way more enjoyable, I would say.
Yeah, the game's definitely much fun. And you don't have to play like awful characters like Big the Cat or Amy in like Sonic Adventures.
Oh, not Sonic, no.
You used to deal with Mario and only Mario. And while there were some difficult and tedious sections, overall, this is a fun game, and I really enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
Now I have to see if I can still say that after 100% in this game, if I ever manage to.
Worst game ever then.
And this part of the song just gets kind of weird, with the crowd just going whatever.
Ole, ole.
Oh, that's coming. Oh, right, that's coming from the video. Sorry, I thought that was like bloody rain coming from my conservatory because it's really loud when it rains.
Okay.
That guy.
Yep. That guy, so important to the plot. Not really.
Okay.
Oh well, see you later.